Good afternoon and welcome back to Blackpool and this main arena table for this last 64 game. An absolute cracker it should be. It's Craig Waddingham versus Phil Parkin. I'm joined on comms by Matt Briley. How are you, Matt?
I'm very good, Nick. You?
Yeah, looking forward to this game. We've just watched another absolute cracker. I mean, Tom Cousins, how does he do it? 6-4 down yesterday against Aaron Davies, and Aaron didn't get another shot apart from a couple of breaks. Done exactly the same today, 6-4 down against the angry farmer.
Yeah, it's just crazy. He just finds his way to win. I don't know who does it. Yeah, it's just, I mean, at 6-5 there, when Tom's gone off the table, and Dave had that opportunity, you just think he's all over this one, isn't it, really? But I just don't know who manages to find a way to win him. I think Dave will be kicking himself there. It looked like he was trying to play a cannon for some reason, and there was absolutely no reason to play any cannon. Every ball went.
Yep.
It was just a case of potting him.
And Craig Waddingham in great shape in this first frame. Really good solid break. And everything's there. I was just talking to Craig out in the foyer a moment ago, and he seems in pretty good spirits. Looking forward to the game.
Yeah, you got two very good players here. I mean, obviously Craig will go in as favourite, but Phil, he's had some great results of late. I think he went deep recently in one of the events as well, and so he's a top player.
Action all the way today. Lots and lots coming your way. We're going to be on this main arena table until late this evening. I will keep you updated with the other scores in and around the arena as well. There's the whole pro room's going at the moment. Josh Kane is 4-1 up against Matt Cook. He played well all weekend. Actually, he was really unlucky yesterday. Sorry, it would have been Thursday. Played very nicely against Melling, and then came up against Dylan Leary, and said he saw a social media post saying he didn't put a foot wrong, didn't make one mistake, and I think he lost 7-1.
Yeah, I guess so, actually. Yeah, Dylan's been playing very well.
Yeah, Dylan was fantastic. I expected him to get over the line yesterday. That was an incredible game against David Hogan. 9 breaking dishes in a row, and then it just got a bit silly.
Right, I never saw that.
Yeah, there was 9. They were trading break dishes. There was 9 in a row to start the match, the first 9 frames, and then suddenly both players just started making very funny errors. Really weird. Bit of nerves, I think, creeping in.
Yeah.
Anyway, that one's history, and that's number 10 title, number 10 trophy, ultimate ball for Tom Cousins. These two players will be searching for a trophy this weekend. It'll be Phil Parkin's first as a pro player. Craig Waddingham's already lifted trophies as a pro. Both came through the challenger ranks.
Yeah, with Waddingham somewhat contentiously.
Yeah.
He's some player to be in the challenger. Waddingham on that first season, and he almost didn't put a foot wrong.
Nice little developing shot there.
It was a good shot. I was wondering whether he was just going to leave himself on the rail and have a tricky next ball, but he's played a very good shot there.
Opens up the frame. Should be one each. Nice to see Jack Whelan here today. He's currently playing Chris Hampson, but Jack is probably going to be jet lagged. He is literally just flown in from China. Their flights got delayed, so they were a day later than Chris Melling and Arthur Dad, Shane Thompson. They all came back at a similar time, but the connecting flight for Whelan got delayed, so they've only just landed. He's trailing
some
Chris
trip
Hampson
back as well, and I mean, you're talking sort of door to door. You're looking at about 30 hours for something like that. So.
And he's trailing Chris Hampson 5-3, so maybe just reflecting the fact he's a bit tired.
Yeah. Do you know whether he had a good run over there or not?
I think a lot of those players made the kind of, I'm not sure what the bracket is, but it's something like 17 to of 24.
Right.
I think Arthur made that bracket, Jack made the bracket, I think Potsy was there as well.
It's a nice split down. I imagine he's going to be going reds. That one into the middle.
Yeah, quite a rare occurrence for Craig to have a joint break. He's a very powerful breaker of the balls. Oh, actually, sorry, it wasn't. I was looking away for a second.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was Craig. Yeah, he had a dry break landed in the corner.
I was looking at the graphic on the screen showing Phil breaking. I was just looked away for a split second and it threw me off.
Yeah, he's just tried landing on that red at the top of the table there and just gone a little bit far. He's still okay because he's on the one near black, but he would have just liked to clear the top end of the table and work his way down. Shouldn't cause him too much of a problem. It just kind of means he's going back down to go back up to come back down again, really.
Yeah, it just adds that level of difficulty that maybe was unnecessary. Should still be fine, as you say. It's a fairly open table, not too much traffic. It's just needs to navigate those 3 yellows on the right when he plays his last red to get onto the 8 ball. That's going to be his only concern. He needs to get quite high, doesn't he? Because if he finishes low, then he's going to struggle to get on the 8 because the yellow that's to the right hand side of the red that's in the bulk area restricts what you're able to do.
Yeah, he won't be. Yeah, he's coming over for it now.
Yeah, he's going to go.
Oh, has he done the same? Maybe just on it this time, but he's like, I'm not quite sure. No, if he's touching, he's not on it.
Well, that is a problem.
Twice he's tried getting on it, twice he's just landed right up against something.
This is awkward. Hampered queuing.
It's still going to be tricky from here as well, really.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he can't cue the cue ball properly either, so may just have to take his medicine and drop this in and leave a very awkward 8 ball. Oh dear, Phil seemed to rush that a little bit.
Yeah, I think he could have just settled himself there and got himself ready really for what was going to be a tricky black next. But he should have always been getting that one right.
It was almost as if he took it for granted. Well, I'll get this one. I know I'm going to leave myself a tricky 8 ball. It just seemed to take it for granted. Put in a bit of a quick one.
There's just no easy shots at this game. I mean, they make it look easy. You see him clearing up time and time again, and you start to think it's an easy game. But once you get down and play the shots, you realise it isn't.
It is. It is really easy as a commentator to take it for granted. As well, you look at a table and think, these are gone. Yeah, these are gone, and you almost have to stop yourself from saying it sometimes because it's just not fair on the players. It kind of degrades their skill level.
It does.
Really.
It detracts from it a bit, doesn't it? Really,
yeah.
And to be honest, when you're at the table, just the difference of sort of 2 inches either side can make a massive difference to the clearance. But when you're looking at it on comms, you think, this is easy. This is.
Yeah, almost turns the players into robots.
Yeah.
Just you forget how skillful they really are to be able to do this time and time again. Craig, one of the best exponents at clearing the table as well. He's got such a lovely cue action. I guess one of the players who's maybe just gone off the ball slightly over the last season. I mean, understandably so in this field. It's a difficult field, but but Craig is just a natural winner, isn't he?
He is, yeah. You go back a few years, and obviously was playing all the big money matches. Was Craig, wasn't he? And he was seen as one of the best around.
Played some of the most classic money matches ever played.
Yeah.
The trilogy he played against Mark Boyle were just exceptional games.
The standard was phenomenal.
Yeah. Just comes across that front ball slightly. You saw the cue ball squirt across the side rail, but a lot of power through that pack and really, really good split. Look at the way these have opened up.
Yeah, it's a nice break, certainly take that. You don't always have to screw that ball right back to the back rail, do you? Some people play for that side rail.
They do. Yeah. In fact, there was a time about 4 or 5 years ago where I remember watching Phil Harrison, and I think it was during the Supreme Series, and his break would consistently hit the front of the pack, and the cue ball would arc from the pack and hit about 6 inches above the left middle cushion. And there was a match, I think he broke 10 times, and he hit within 3 inches of that side cushion on every single break. That was the consistency of it, and he was clearly playing for it.
He had a strange technique there, Phil, as well, because he used to get down and sort of cue it like a normal shot, and then all of a sudden get up as almost as if he was standing up and then really get into it.
Yeah, he's changed that now, but there was a time where he was kind of making room for himself. He'd kind of stand up to let his arm come through. I was talking to Phil yesterday. Such a wonderful guy to be around. He's just so much, he's
a nice guy, Phil.
Really, really pragmatic as well. And he was saying, he just lives for lifting a trophy. I mean, even there, he said, when I'm out cleaning windows, I'm just thinking, will I ever get that opportunity again to be in the winner's circle and lift a trophy? He just absolutely loves it.
I'm confident he will. He's just too good not to.
50 years old, there's no guarantee. Because I said to Phil, there comes a time where you have to accept that you're not going to be as sharp as you were, because things, your body changes, your eyes get a little bit worse, and some players can't accept the fact that they're getting older. And Phil's just like, he says, I totally get it. I can live with it. It's not a big deal. He just makes the most of it, and just still absolutely loves the game. He's one of those players, every player that. Oh, goodness me, Phil.
Surprisingly, was going nicely there, Phil.
Yeah. Every player who's ever played has, kind of doubted themselves and had a period where they just fall out of love with the game. I don't ever remember seeing that from Phil.
I remember he had one of my worst losses against Phil on one of the tours, where I'd got to the semi-final of the tour and I ended up losing a decider to Dylan Lira. And you just want to get out of there, really, when you've lost, don't you? It's just like, cheers, good game. And I just got to the door about to get out, and then they shouted me up on the top table. And it was against Phil Harrison, and it was a Premier League game that I'd forgotten all about. And it's like, God, I just don't want to be here. And I just sat there and watched Phil absolutely demolish me 8-0. He was superb, and I just didn't want to be there.
Wonder how much that miss is going to play a factor in this game as it plays out. It's still early on, but 3-1 or 2-0, very big difference.
It's a shame he gets this right. I mean, he's just got that one slightly tricky red. It's just weighing up where he wants to be. He could play on it now, or he could take this other ball and get rid of the one below bulk and then get onto it, but it's just got to get it right whichever way he decides, and that's
landed pretty straight.
Not fantastic.
No,
as an angle.
It really isn't. He's going to have to power this cue ball round. He needs to. Well, he's looking now at just coming to this short side and playing it to the left corner. That makes a lot more sense. He's lightness in there and don't try and get too cute.
Yeah, I mean, with Waddingham's potting ability, almost fancy wherever he leaves it. As long as he's got a pot on it, then he's going to get it. But it could have been a lot easier.
Lovely. Really well cued. And opens a bit of daylight. Craig Waddingham wins frame number 4. And he leads by 2. It's 3 frames to 1. Dave and him are good mates. And then following that, coming also across from the snooker scene, Joe O'Connor will play our number 2 player, Stevie Dempsey.
Yeah, I mean, Joe originally is a pool player at heart, really.
Yeah, started with pool.
Yeah, been playing it for some time. And obviously with Steve Robertshaw and the rest down in Leicester. Yeah, so he certainly knows the game.
Another great break there from Craig. Real power and what a leave.
Like you said in the last frame, you just wonder that miss from Phil Parkin, just how much it's going to cost him. You know, it could be that he was about to go 2-all, and his next visit at the table, it could be 4-1 down.
This is okay. He's thin on the red, but he needed to be. He can use. Oh, actually, the red passes the yellow to the middle. I didn't realise it did. I thought he was going to play the thin one and hold on the yellow, but didn't need to. He just gave that a second glance because it just brushed the knuckle on the way past. You can always tell when a player's just clenching as they're down on the shot.
Just a little prayer there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he just slips up a little bit because when he put that one over the top pocket, he should have been checking it a little bit, and then he'd just been able to stun that one into the middle. It'd been nice and easy, and he just had to play a little cannon instead. Just made it a little trickier. But still not an issue.
Yeah, no more dramas, and Craig Waddingham looking very good. Phil Parkin trailing 4-1, breaks in frame 6. Cue ball threatens the corner pocket. Not quite sure why the hand goes up, in apology.
Yeah, I never quite get that, to be honest, because at the end of the day you don't play to going off, do you? So I never really bother doing that.
It's a little hand got to say sorry I didn't go in off.
Yeah, next time I'll try harder, you know. It's really. Yeah. That'd be a nice win for Emma if she could pull that one out of the bag against Rona.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice opener, but I'm not sure he's had any luck unless that's a plant. He's fancying to take these now, and to be honest, he needs to. Well, it's not his best shot ever. Just left himself a little bit tricky. Ideally wanted to be fairly straight on this one into the middle. So he's going to take it long. Yeah, nice one. be careful with his white here. I can't see him struggling with it, but one of those where there's no point trying to get too nice here. Very well.
Pulls back a frame.
Is that the like the sort of the speed version of it, effectively? Is that the
so,
team
yeah,
one with like
yeah.
either the 15 or the 30-second shot clock or whatever it may be?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's televised in something like 65 countries on Monday. It's,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one.
There's TNT have got it, but there's a lot of stations are showing
nice.
it. For both of the next 2 Mondays, I believe it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they're splitting it over the 2 Mondays, are they? Are they playing sort of like down to the
might
final
be the
stages?
Men's the following Monday. The men's team shootout the following Monday, yeah.
Is that the one where Callum Singleton did the infamous sort of, looking at his watch on the...
Oh, yeah.
on the 6 red, was it?
Yeah, brilliant. Those events, they just bring up so many great moments. I think players just love playing team events, don't they?
Yeah.
I was talking to Deck about it yesterday, and he said there's just something magical about being able to play for your team. As much as, it's great to play individual and lift trophies and all the rest of it, but playing for your mates, there's just something. There's something about it,
and a complete different pressure to it as well. Totally different to a singles game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're only, if you lose your singles game, you're just letting yourself down, and maybe your backers if you've got backers. But I mean, in these team events, everyone's rooting for you. Good banter as well normally.
Yep.
Especially in that Irish team, Declan and Ronan. They'll be slinging insults at each other. That whole team will be for sure.
Yeah. Just okay. I see he's got a fair bit of angle here, which is going to make it a little bit trickier, but
yeah, really tricky, because if he wants to try and use that top cushion, there is just a whole bank of yellows in the way, almost impossible to navigate. I think he's got to try and kill this. That's a very nice shot.
Very nice.
That's as well as he could have played it. I mean, I know it just looks simple, but you really got to drag that in and just kill the cue ball.
Yeah, it's so easy to get that wrong and see the white fly off, and all of a sudden then you've got either a ridiculously tricky black or nothing on it at all.
Trading by just the 1 frame.
What's the break?
Super solid break. 3 balls potted. And, well, in some ways,
almost too good.
yeah. I mean, he could have definitely had an easier opener.
Yeah.
And he probably has forced him to going for reds. I think the red just nearest this the queuing, the line that goes through the pack here. I think it does pass to bottom right.
So he went for the yellow into the big pocket.
Maybe.
I was going to say it's not. Yeah, to me it was tricky, because although it looked like a big pocket because that red was right on the knuckle, it did actually make it tricky. To cue it nice.
After that break, that could have been a lot easier.
He's been unfortunate.
Could have been a much easier finish. The reds were a bit smelly. I mean, the one next to the yellow closest to us, that was the problem ball. And then obviously you got the one on the left-hand side as well, which only really goes to top or bottom corner pockets. Maybe even doesn't go to the bottom corner pocket. So they were a bit tricky. He's got the same problem. He's got that yellow.
Does it nudge this? Oh. Does it still go? Confident it went before if he was right on it, but not too sure now.
Well, my question's answered. He can obviously, he can easily get through to the potting angle.
Yeah, I think he's playing for it long.
Yeah, must be, bad angle either. Could just top through off the side cushion. May just stun back out and leave the yellow longer.
Yeah, I think so.
Used every part of the pocket. It's a nice angle here, but again, you just got to play a little delicate shot just to land on the cushion. That will just run across onto the side cushion. Rolling him dead weight, you're absolutely reliant on the table being true, no finger marks. Again, use the whole of the pocket.
He did. I think Phil both times would have been almost up thinking it could be in here.
Not classic Craig Waddingham, but got the job done.
Yeah, he's been kept in his seat for a couple of frames, so I'm sure he'll take that, even if they did sort of rattling a couple of times. Yeah, it's so difficult really against him, because you can't expect anybody to have that kind of consistency in this field, but he just seems to just keep doing it.
I mean, you know, no one could have kind of predicted the success that Tom's had on Ultimate Pool. We've always known that he's a great player, but to have this kind of success over this period of time is crazy. And every time I kind of look at the board, and I look at him at Tom at 5-1, and I think, no, there's better value further down the board. But if you just had a level bet on him every single event, you'd be well in profit.
Exactly, yeah.
Well in profit.
Well, he's just had a go at clearing that pocket there. He's actually made it worse. Bit unlucky. Just given Phil just a little bit of a glimmer of hope. Okay, we'll have another go at it now.
Yeah.
This one's top right, come round. He's just not destined there, is it?
Is there even a gap? How? Wow. How has he come through there?
Any clip there, and chances are you're okay, aren't you? To find that gap.
It's just
very unfortunate. Maybe just force this one into the middle and maybe give himself an angle on the one into the top pocket, but a little bit tricky.
Attempt number 3.
Yeah.
Still don't think it goes. And even if it does, I mean, he's looking to see whether it goes, thinking, you know, I mean, how do you even get on it?
Exactly, that's it.
You've got a horrible pot down the side cushion.
Yeah.
He's going to have to try and find some kind of double or probably treble, actually. Oh, he's got it. Oh, thought he had it. Close.
Yeah.
Advantage Phil now.
Yeah, it's just got to be clever the way that he goes about this now, because obviously you'd fancy he's going to be looking to play the loss of turn at some point. It's just what that point is.
Yeah.
Does he maybe put a couple of balls first just to get himself perfect for it?
Yeah, I think so. He'd probably take the 2 at the bottom of the table away and use the second one to go up the table to play loss of turn. Just needs a favourable cannon here. That's good.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a nice angle. If that had dropped, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
So he wants to get up into the bulk area. Ideally, probably on the top cushion.
Oh, that's a nice kiss.
That is a nice kiss, yeah. Yeah.
Just feather off it now, we should be okay. It's one of those tricky ones where he'd almost have to double kiss it in here, but he's really going to make sure he doesn't leave Waddingham any kind of shot at that yellow. Because with the way he puts, you'd fancy him getting it. Oh, it's not good. It was a ball over the pocket that really cost him there, because it was a poor positional shot, really, catching the black. He really needed to make sure that he got the position side perfect.
Tester. But the great thing is for him, nothing to do with the cue ball. Makes this pot a lot easier because you can just drift it in. If you've got to play it with any kind of power, pace or stun, then it makes it a lot more difficult. Fully expect him to get this. Yeah.
That's it, because when you can play it at that weight on these tables with the sliding cloths,
it brushed the, it hit the cushion sort of 4 or 5 inches above the pocket, just there.
It's just all about the pace, really, and it's, if you're playing it hard and it'd have done that, it wouldn't have taken it, but you play it slow and you just know it's going to be there. Yeah, obviously there's going to be a change of tables soon.
Yes.
With the
September event.
Is that when it's happening? Is it September? Right?
Yeah, really looking forward to that. Can't wait to see how those tables play.
Yeah.
I think I've just got a feeling they're going to be good tables. They're going to be. I think they possibly. I mean, there's a fair old price point on them, but I think they could be a game changer. And, I'm not invested in it in any way, shape or form. So I've got. Yeah. I'm totally impartial to it, but I love the concept of that kind of flat top table. They've taken away all the
trim all the way around.
Well, the trim and also the pocket liners. They all sit flush. I love that, and it's a good solid table. Should be fairly easy to adjust the legs, which has always been a problem for me, is trying to lift the table and try and level it. Now you just put a bar through the leg and
that's how they do it on these. Right?
Yeah. So the whole leg, assume the whole leg turns. You put a bar through and then turn the leg.
Right.
And the cushion now is a one-piece cushion. So it's, whereas these cushions are bolted into the slate.
From the back out there.
So so each one's going to have slightly different tension. They're bolted from the back. Yeah. And the other ones are kind of it's a one piece that's bolted to the slate, so it should be much more a consistent bounce in theory. That's the theory behind it. It sounds like it sounds like it. I mean, I like the look of it. If it plays well, then it should sell itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to. For me, it's a game changer, because if all the players are going away from the September event saying, "Oh, I don't like it, it's a rubbish table," then you've just lost everything. It has to be. Like, every player has to be going away saying that's amazing, that's brilliant, and then it sells itself.
Yeah. Obviously, they've worked on that over the years, haven't they? But you still see them at times, and they can be quite frustrating.
Try breaks just when he needed the ball to get across the line. And there is a glimmer of hope here for Phil Parkin. Well, more than a glimmer.
He took him out well in that last frame, though. It's a bit of a pressure frame for him, really, after having made a mistake previously. He's 6-3 down. Another mistake, you're potentially out. Okay, it's going to have to just trust to luck a little bit. Don't think there'll be anything too delicate with this. disappointed. But to be honest, I've been looking at coming round off the 2. I go off the top rail, side rail, try and go into the 2 that are near the pocket, and I think you come up into the other one as well.
Sean Story's beaten Cole Bedford 7 frames to 5, and interestingly, Emma Cunningham is on the hill. She's 6-5 up against Rona McCarthy.
That be Emma's first win,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. She's been close a couple of times.
So she was very, very close last year against me. I was 5-0 down against her on the TV table. So I managed to pull it back.
Ryan Fleming is 4-1 up against yesterday's semi-finalist Neil Raybone. Dave Hogan is 1-0 up against Cy Fitzsimmons. They were having a good weekend. Eddie Barker 1-0 against Hitton Patel. Those games still very early on, of course.
Waddingham has just played a shocker there. He'll be kicking himself right now. He's gone for a bit of a plant into the corner. From the Phil's balls, he's just got it all wrong and opened everything up.
Oh, Phil.
Wow.
Oh, Phil. Is that his last opportunity in this match? Because the Reds are all there now.
Yeah.
Emma Cunningham has beaten Rona McCarthy.
Wow, what a win for her that is. That's a great one.
Hats off to her. 7 frames to 5. Well done, Emma. As you say, if we are right, and I think we are right in saying that that's her first win on the pro circuit. Obviously won many times on the ladies pro,
yep.
But on the main pro, I think that may be her first win.
Yeah, she's come so close so many times.
Yeah. I remember it now. I think it was her first match she played Melling, and she was like 4-1 up or something.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
Well done to her. That's amazing. Great effort. Declan Brennan won't have anything to say about that to Rona for sure. Oh, they're a pair to be around. I spent a little while with them yesterday. Blimey, they're a funny pair.
Yeah.
Great mates, but they just love ribbing each other.
Yeah, Deck will be rubbing his hands together there. Rona will be trying to get out of the way right now.
I mean, that win, as long as it's been coming, it was inevitable, really. I mean, Emma's just such a great player. She's been, multiple world titles and just been a dominant force in the ladies' game until, really until the last couple of years, until Amy came along and Harriet. So she really is a top player.
Not totally straightforward this here for Craig. It's just taking his time here just to make sure he gets his positional shot right now and a tricky little shot just to get across.
Yeah, it's all about getting from left to right, isn't it? And, or from right to left, whichever way he sees it, really. Yeah. I mean, I'd almost be tempted. He's got such a big angle on the one on the right-hand side. I'd almost be tempted to take that next.
Yeah, and just try and float across. It's just that yellow that's in the middle, I think, probably just making him worry a little bit.
He's going to have to punch this.
Ooh. He's played it well.
Holy moly.
He was dicing with death a little, wasn't he, with that? It's always that yellow in the middle that was making it tricky either way.
He's just got such an amazing cue action that there was barely any power in that shot at all. And well, this is tricky. I mean, he may even play it to right corner here. He's looking at the cutback, but what do you prefer here?
Yeah, I guess because of the pace you can play it, I do prefer this one.
Yeah. So Craig Waddingham, no, yes. Get this guessing.
Yeah. You can remind him of what he said earlier on, I think.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
Goodness me, that was a sticky game for Craig Waddingham, but he comes through, he navigates the match unscathed, and it's him who goes through into the last 32.